So for you, what do you think the criteria should be for defensive player of the year?
The coaches. Just ask the coaches. Like, coaches prepare for games, and they know, damn, got Patrick Beverly on Steph tonight. Let's try to get Steph as many guard-to-guard screens so they can switch. Okay, if you're doing that, that tells me right there that you don't want Patrick Beverly guarding Stephen Curry right there. Which means that I'm affecting your offense already. Defense. You know? Instead, they go by numbers, and they go by win shares, and they go by this, and they go by that. And if you go by that, you're going to get numbers of all people that's 6'9" and above. Like, you know, but to be a 6'1" guard.
Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. I'm just sitting here watching The Old Man and the Three, my man JJ Reddick's podcast, YouTube channel, and they have Patrick Beverly on there. And people that don't know, I am a super huge NBA fan. I love the NBA. I come from a basketball family, which means everybody in the family knows how to play basketball. Had a couple uncles that that played it at a higher level, not NBA, but they played at a high level and probably could have played in the NBA if they had the right, the right options presented to them, the right chances or whatever you want to call it, the opportunities. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, you're like, what does the NBA have to do with a comic book vlog? Probably nothing, but it is, it's my thing. So that's a little bit more into the insight of your man Jay. So anyway, I've always hated Patrick Beverly. I hated him as a player, his attitude and everything like that. But listening to him talk, kind of like the guy, kind of understand him a little bit better. And being an NBA fan, I got love for all of them because it is a very entertaining thing. And even as a big guy right now, I still got a shot. I may not be able to move like I used to. I played football, throughout life more than basketball, but I've always been a better basketball player. So, LeBron hit 50. That's my man. The Lakers is my team. They squeaked out a win, which we take those little small victories as, a little something to make our season smile a little bit. Waiting to get into the next year. And you can say that LeBron was in his bag last night, just like I'm in my bag with these comic books. So to say that, let's get into these comics and let me get into my bag with this episode of What's in My Bag. Let's get it. Alright, so I'm going to go through these because as you see, this stack is kind of thick. P-H-A-T. It's kind of fat. So anyway, I was so fat that I ran out of bags. I have enough boards. When I usually like to bag and board my comic books as soon as I bring them home. I don't like to handle them except for the ones that I'm reading immediately. Try to keep them in great condition because y'all know how things are. You want to keep them in that. I don't want to say that word that a lot of YouTubers say, but I want to keep it in that high condition. I'll just say that. Anyway, this is Venom number 6. I'm gonna show this to you real quick, and I got to catch up to this one. Reading about Bedlam. You see him in the background. I don't know if he's chasing Venom or they're chasing somebody else or what the case may be. But yeah, I picked that up from Marvel Comics, and I didn't bag and board it yet, along with a couple other books, so I'm going to just put that over to the side. And next up, I got Avengers Forever. This is issue 3, and I believe this did come out last week, and I didn't pick it up. I missed it. I had it on my list, but for some reason I didn't grab it. But this is the one that has the first appearance of the female Moon Knight. And I definitely wanted to grab that. I got a couple copies. My man Frank kind of hit me to it, and he was like, I got a mad stack still, and people aren't grabbing it. So I guess they caught on because he had a stack of about maybe 10, 15, maybe 20 books still on the shelf. And when I went back in Wednesday, it was Wednesday, when I went back in, they were gone. There was no more left. No, that was Wednesday that I picked it up. And then when I went in there yesterday, they were gone. So I guess people are catching on, and it was on the Cover Price top comics of the week. I think it was number 2 or something like that. I'm not sure. I believe it was number 2. I just got hip to the Cover Price website. I just joined, became a member. I'll put the link below. You guys check that out if you don't know about Cover Price. But I think it's, from what I understand so far, they're a website where they can direct you to some of the top books of the week, and you can grab them off the site, or you can be directed to an eBay site. I think that's how it goes. I did watch their Whatnot yesterday, so I don't know if you guys are on Whatnot, but check them out too, because they gave away a ton of stuff yesterday. Cover Price did on their Whatnot channel, or their Whatnot app, and yeah, it's pretty dope. So y'all check out Whatnot, y'all check out Cover Price. I'm not sponsored by any of those people, and I'm probably not going to get sponsored for a while, being that I have such a low subscriber count. But eventually, when I get up there, then hopefully somebody will be like, I remember that guy talked about us when he was just a little guy. Now that he has these more subscribers, let's give him a holler, let's help him out, and we'll you know, kind of endorse his channel. So y'all remember that. Remember the people on the bottom as they're going up, because they will definitely remember you when they're on top. This guy anyway. Moving along, I got Marvel Comics 92 of The Amazing Spider-Man. And this comic is, right now, this is a very pertinent comic. Number 1, got Misty Knight, my baby, on the cover. But I hate lizards. I absolutely hate lizards with a passion. And there's one somewhere behind me. Don't know where he is, but he's back there hiding. He got chased up under here. Can't get him. I don't have any little kids that like to get down low and get rid of him. But anyway, this is another form of the lizard. I don't think it's Dr. Connors. I think it's another lizard creature or whatever. This one got wings to it. But I love this cover. I've been sporadic about picking up the Amazing Spider-Man series right now, because Ben Reilly is being Spider-Man, and I don't really care for that character. But I love this cover. It was super dope. Plus it got girl Misty in it. And I do think at the end of this one, there's an appearance by Monica Rambeau, and she's going to be on the cover of 93, I believe. Yeah, 93. So you guys stay tuned for that. Check that out. Next up, Strange Academy number 17. Got another one of my favorite characters on the cover, and that's Dr. Voodoo. And this is the cover A, but this one isn't the main twitch. The main twitch is the cover B, the variant edition, and this is the face. I guess it's like a knot cover. I'm not sure who did this cover, but this is Gaslamp. Anyway, this is a new villain. He did make an appearance prior to this particular comic book. I got that one. This isn't his. This is his second cover appearance, I believe. But this is the new baddie in Strange Academy, and I think he is going to be the first like really featured baddie for Strange Academy. And I'm excited about that because, you know, and you see he got his little sidekick on the shoulder. Yep, I got 2 covers for this one. So you guys pick that up if you see it. It has implications of spec implications for later on down the road. Go back and find that. I can't even remember the one where he made his first appearance. Not sure. I think it was like 14, I believe. I think it was either 13 or 14. I think 13 was his cameo. 14 was his supposedly main appearance. So you guys go back and pick that up. Alright, so next up we have Devil's Reign number 5 of 6, and it's being written by Chip Zdarsky, and I guess the artwork is by Chichetto. And this series right here, this Devil's Reign series, I know you guys heard me say it before, but it is right now one of my favorite series. I'm loving it, and it is making Chip Zdarsky one of the writers that I'm paying more attention to. If I'm not mistaken, he was writing Daredevil, and I think I love that Daredevil series where Daredevil went to jail and everything. I think that's who was writing it. But anyway, I'm loving this one, and Devil's Reign is just one of the best mini-series in Marvel right now. So you guys check that out, and especially the little spin-offs, because we have a spin-off here. This one is the Devil's Reign Moon Knight spin-off, and I'm not sure if this is just a one-shot. I haven't read it yet. It's by Jed McKay, and and they're basically comparing him to like Rorschach when he was in jail. And you got to think about it. If Moon Knight is kind of similar to a Batman type hero, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him, if he's kind of like Batman, but he's the kind of like Batman that doesn't have the stops to him. He don't have the stops. Batman is not gonna kill people. Moon Knight, he gonna do a lot worse to you other than kill you, and he probably will kill you too. So that's why I'm loving that, because he is ultra violent. He is like, you remember the new The Batman movie? If you watch that trailer and the guy's like, "Who are you?" And then Batman is like, he beating the hell out of dude, and he pops up and he's like, vengeance or whatever. That's him. That's Moon Knight all the time. Plus he got mental issues. So this is the cover B to that. And as you see, he getting busy. And him and the other prisoners are fighting against, I guess, the guards. I'm not sure, but I guess it's the guards. But can't wait to read that one. That's pretty dope. And speaking of punishment and getting beat, this is Punisher #1. This is the first series of a new run for the Punisher comic book from Marvel. I'm excited to read this one because I actually like Frank Castle. I like Punisher comic books. This is a variant cover. The one thing, the so-called controversy with this one is the emblem on his chest is changing. Apparently, I guess they were saying some white supremacist groups were, using that as their symbol or whatever. And they didn't want to be, Marvel didn't want to be related to that, so they changed the emblem on there. But as to me, I don't think it's something that was that big of a deal, because as a black man in America, I can see the Punisher symbol, and no matter what, it's not gonna strike no fear in my heart anyway. But changing the symbol, what if they just change that and just continue to use the new symbol? So I don't know. It's just silly, but people are gonna do what people gonna do. You can't sit back and worry about them. Us true Marvel fans and people that enjoy the comic books, we gonna take it with a grain of salt and know what it is. So I get it, but anyway. All right, so moving along, and let's bring some beauty and something light to the conversation. And this is the Women of Marvel #1, and it has Shuri on the cover. This kind of transformation into the Black Panther character that she's going to be playing in Wakanda Forever. And yeah, this is a dope book. I like this one. I actually got a couple of copies of this as well. I haven't read, I'm bad about it because I picked these up and they're kind of like anthology stories, and I haven't been reading. I saw another copy of this, another version of this that I wanted to get, but I was honed in on this one and I didn't pay the other ones any attention. But I haven't been reading the stories, so I got to go back and read some of those anthology stories because sometimes they're really good. So pick that up and check that out. Next up is Black Panther #3, and I know you guys have been hearing all the buzz about it. That 1 in 25 that I had, I no longer have it. I'm cool with that. I still have the other two. I actually have 3 other covers of that Black Panther #3 series, and I think the last one I got was the Joe Jusko cover, and I got the other 2 before that. But I got 3 issues of that, so I'm cool with that. I'm cool with not having that 1 in 25 anymore, even though that's the big money book or whatever. And I flipped it. Obviously, I flipped it and got invested it back into the business, like they say. But anyway, that book was about the first appearance of Tosin, and this is the first cover appearance of Tosin. So this book is hella dope too. I love this one. I also have I have to go back and pick up my Black Panther #4 with the other cover with Shuri on it. But this is a really dope cover, and I got this one ahead of FOC because I didn't know how the print run was gonna go, and I know it was probably a large print run, but it don't matter because people are still gonna go crazy for the book. Haven't looked it up to see how much it's worth or anything, but I was smart enough to get multiple copies. So got a total of 4 of these copies. They're all really, really nice. And with me, I don't buy these things to sell them, to try to make a profit or do anything like that. I'm not a seller yet. Maybe down the line if I have a comic book shop, I may sell books or something like that. But right now, my main goal is to collect the dopest comic books and have the dopest collection, and possibly trade. So if you see something that I have, and that, if I have multiples of like that, make me an offer for trade for something that I want. I am going to put together a package because I want to try to acquire Strange Tales 169, the first appearance of Brother Voodoo. And I don't have that in my collection. I have almost every other Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo book out, but I don't have that one. And I know it's a little bit pricey. I am trying to get something between, at least a six and above, somewhere like that. I'm not saying a 9.8 or anything like that, but at least a 6, somewhere in that range. And I am willing to put together a nice package of books that I have. So if you see something I like, you got that book, you got an extra one of those books, hit me up, conversate with me, let me know what what I can possibly barter. I can throw some funds with it, to try to acquire that, because that is something that I do want to acquire in the sooner rather than later. All right, so going on to my image books today, I have Ant number 3, and I'm still not really digging this artwork on this. Not digging the artwork. I don't know. I was kind of spoiled by the original Ant, some of the artwork there. This is going to be dope. I love the character. That's, as you know, my favorite saying. This is one of my favorite characters. I love the character. I still want to do like a cosplay thing. I'm going to put it over here because it's not bagged and board. I'm going to do a cosplay thing with that too, and do a photo shoot. So loving that book. Pick it up, and yeah, it's by Image Comics. Moving along to more Image Comics, we got Spawn, and this is that Todd McFarlane inspired cover, and pick that up. It's pretty dope. I think this is Haunt. I can't remember which character it is. I believe it's Haunt. If you're exactly who that is, hit me up in the comments. Hit me, let me know. Give me some education. I'm trying to catch up to this series, but it's kind of hard because I'm reading Gunslinger Spawn, I'm reading King Spawn, still collecting regular Spawn, I'm reading Scorched. So I'm reading all of those, and by trying to stay up on those, it's kind of hard to catch up on this one, but eventually I'm going to catch it up because I'm a reader. I'm not just like, a guy that just collects books just to collect them, because, we all know about that. Anyway, next book up is Sweet Paprika, and this is by Mirka Andolpha, and I am excited because I just found out that CGC is about to have Mirka Andolpha do a private signing. She is one of my favorite female artists, writer combos. Shout out to her. She's one of the first comic book creators to reach out to me on Instagram and chat me up. She appreciated the love that I was showing her on one of my posts, and yeah, I love her work. So I also got the cover. I don't know what cover this is. I can't say it's a cover B, but this is the explicit cover. I got to put on the little pasties and stuff, but I always prefer getting her explicit covers because I love her writing, I love her storytelling, and I love the way she incorporates the sexual nature to it. So she is one of my most favorite writers. She is one of my most favorite comic book creators. So Mirka Andolpha, if you read this, just know that I am excited for your private signing. Alright, so Mirka Andolpha, if you're seeing this, just know that I am one of your biggest fans. I can't wait for your private signings, and hopefully, one day I'll get to meet you. Alright, so moving along to my next book, and this is the Showboat and Shoff, the Nigerian brothers comic. This is New Masters number 2. The first issue was really good. I enjoyed like the post-apocalyptic scene to it, and how they were, I forget what they were, uranium or something like that they were mining, trying to fuel society and provide energy to society. And the little girl, she was out, doing her thing, being like a little nomad away from everybody. But the story is kind of, coming together, and I can't wait to read that second issue. I'm not going to even say that, it's going to be in my 2-in review, and it's maybe on the chopping block because it won me over with number 1. So if you're out there, you need something to read, check that one out. That is New Masters number 2. And number 1 is still on the shelf, so you guys can grab that one. But be quick about it, because once the word gets out about how good it is, it's gonna go fast. All right, so next up is Batman Detective, and this is 1056. And yeah, I'm riding high on the Batman right now because I just saw the Batman movie. My homeboy Terrell, he took me and my wife. He treated us, and we. It's funny because when you go to the movies with your friends and stuff, somebody pays for the tickets, somebody pays for the concession stand. It's crazy because concession actually cost $10 less than what it cost for us to go to the movies, and it was 3 of us. And in fact, my buddy Terrell, he didn't even get any food or anything, just me and my wife. So that's crazy. For 2 people, it was like $34 for the concession, and then for 3 people, it was $44 for the tickets. But the movie was good. I was super tired. I was, kind of sleepy. My wife kept nudging me. Yeah, but the movie was great. It was one of the best Batman movies that I've seen. I like this one because of the dark nature of it, the way it pulled, I guess, the city of Gotham came alive a little bit as in the dark nature. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of the city of Gotham. And then it also incorporated that mental, and it also incorporated the mental part of it, the mental issues that the villains had, and even the mental issues that Batman himself has. And that to me was super, super real. I love that about it. I think Robert Pattinson did a great job as the Batman. Killed me that Colin Farrell was the Penguin, and so that was really dope because if nobody had told me that, I would have never knew that was actually Colin Farrell. So great job to him. Anyway, in this particular book, in Batman Detective Comics 1056, I think Batman is coming back. They're still battling it out in the tower, so I got to catch up to this one. Speaking of that, I'm gonna move these books out of the way because I don't know if you guys noticed my new art box, and this is the Gotham City one. I actually got this from work. It was one of the perks of working in the comic book industry, and it's absolutely dope. I love the colors to it, and yeah, I'm trying to collect a lot of these because I think they're absolutely beautiful. Love the art comic book boxes. Just wanted to show you guys that. All right, so moving on to the next book. This is Trial of the Amazons. And I think this is a Rose Besh cover, and my girl Natalie suggested it to me at Emerald City Comics, and yeah, I wanted to test it out to see exactly. Yep, it is a Rose Besh cover. Shout out to Natalie. She suggested this book. She suggested the cover. I was gonna actually get another one, so I'm gonna give it a shot to see what the Trial of the Amazons is all about. Still got a bag and boarded, so I'm gonna go see Natalie shortly when they open up. All right, so the next book up is I Am Batman, and this is the Matina cover. I'm loving that they're actually putting, if you look right there, they're actually putting who did the covers on the barcode, and I think they should have been doing that because, you have John Ridley and Lachey on the artwork, and whoever Locus is. John Ridley's the writer, and it's all telling all of these things, but sometimes a lot of books don't have who actually did the covers, and it on the fly kind of throws you off unless you already studied up and know. But anyway, I've been keeping up with this series. It's a pretty good series. He's in New York now doing his thing. So there's a serial killer, kind of reminds me of the movie Seven, and I guess the Batman the movie reminded a lot of people of Seven as well. But this one is crazy because this villain in this particular run is like skinning people and making artwork out of it. So I've seen this in a couple of different places. I think I was watching the Catwoman show, then this, and then yeah, they're all intertwined as far as how the stories are going along. I don't know if they're saying they put a theme on the board and all the writers have to cater to that or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that, but nevertheless, this is the cover A to that. I Am Batman number 7. and that's written by Ken Lashley. And moving on to Nubia, and I guess this is part 2 of 7 with the Trial of the Amazons that's in there. But I've loved this book. It is really good. I'm loving the Nubia character. It's really dope. I just noticed she got an eagle. She's like Lady Justice or something. Justice by any cost. Sometimes if you read, you'll know. No one is half the battle. And this cover is done by Althea Martinez and Lauren Martin. So this is a beautiful cover. This book actually has, I think, 2 other covers, and I didn't get those because working on Wednesdays, I wasn't able to get to my comic book shop when they opened up, and a lot of times I miss out on variants unless I try to do the FOC thing and get them ahead of time. I'll miss out on a variant, and you know, I just, you know, because I'm not there, I'm at work, and I have to work to fund these stacks. So y'all know how it is. All right. Anyway, so last up is Naomi #1. This is season 2. It's a weak ass name. That's one thing that I hate. I hate that they aren't creative enough to give it a different name. Okay, it's Naomi, but give it something else other than just season 2, because it's, I don't know, that's just whack to me. But this is Brian Michael Bendis and okay, the Jamal Campbell cover, and I think it's David Walker. I always get Chuck Brown, David Walker, Sanford Green. This is Brian Michael Bendis and David Walker on the writing, and J. Scott Campbell on the actual cover and the interiors. But I read this one already. It is really dope. I'm gonna make it a spoiler thing. Something happens where Naomi is reflecting on her time as being a new superhero, finding out her superpowers and everything. And if you've been watching the show, you'll know who D is. If you've read the previous series, you'll know who D is. But D is her friend who actually was, you know, helping her understand her powers. But she's looking for D, and she gets to his house and she can't find him. She goes into a room, and the room is in complete disarray, trash to the max, and somebody pops in and is like, "What are you doing here?" And it's not D. So D is gone missing. Somebody surprises her. So check it out, read it up, and yeah, just enjoy it. It's a dope book. All right, so that's my stack for this week. And so I don't know if this video seemed long or whatever. It seemed long to make it, so I hope it doesn't seem as long with you guys. You guys are enjoying what I'm actually putting into this. And what I'm doing now is I'm looking for like the dope covers of the week, my favorite 3. I don't want you guys to see. Not yet. Not yet. Damn, I got a lot of books. All right. So as always, I be trying to hit y'all up with the dope covers of the week. I'm gonna do an episode about dope covers that's in my collection. Kind of hopefully spark some other YouTubers to do the same. But even though this one has a lizard on it, I think this cover is done absolutely dope. It is creative, and I like the texture look to it. That's really dope. So that's the runner-up, so to speak. This one, as simple as it is, that's really dope because, you know, I don't know if we all been there, but we've all seen this movie or something like that where somebody's just looking sad as hell and they're locked up. So that's a dope cover. This Strange Academy with Gas Lamp on the cover is my my first runner-up, and my dopest cover of the week is going to be this Black Panther #3, and with Tosin on the cover, new character Tosin, and I think that's hella dope. So yeah, that concludes the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned because I do have an unboxing video coming up. Not an unboxing, got a mail call video. I just picked up some books in the mail, and I want to share those with you as well. So they'll be, they won't be here or here, but just stay tuned to the channel. Yeah, so just go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and bang that notification bell so you'll hear it anytime that I upload a new video, which after I do this video, I'm gonna do another video, and I'm gonna try to keep going with this content. So thank you for checking me out. Continue to ride with me, continue to evolve, and it's your man Jay at Evolutionary Comics. Holla at your boy. Peace.